what we're going to look at now are the properties on a Mercator chart. Of course, the Mercator chart is the chart you're going to use for navigational purposes, Chartwork purposes. To create the Mercator chart, basically the Earth has been flattened out so as to lie flat in the form of a Mercator chart. All the meridians, they lie vertical, they're equidistant and are parallel straight lines. So on this chart at 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 5 degrees, 60 minutes, we see vertical meridians, they're equidistant and they're parallel straight lines. Of course, these measure longitude and they start at 0 degrees at Greenwich and go 180 degrees west and 180 degrees east. So that's the meridians for longitude. All parallels of latitude, they are horizontal, parallel, straight lines. So again, at 51 degrees and at 15 minutes, 30, 45, you have these parallels of latitude. So they are horizontal, parallel, straight lines. And they lie at right angles to the meridians. So here we have a meridian here at 45 minutes, and then we have a parallel of latitude lying at right angles. Each latitude has a different scale of distance, going from 0 to 90 degrees north and south, 0 degrees being the equator. Now the distance measured at the side increases as you go from 0 to 90 degrees. So when you're actually involved with your chart work, whichever part of the chart you're working at, you would go to the latitude scale on the side of the chart to measure off any distances. So any distances you've covered or any distances that various things are away from the vessel. So for example, Hartland Point, which is just here, was 10 miles from the vessel. We'd go to the column, the left hand side, the latitude scale, measure off 10 miles, go to Hartland Point, and we can score off that we're 10 miles from Hartland Point. So that distance is going to change as you go further north or further south. So it would follow really that the size of the land is going to end up being disproportionate to the actual size that it is. So for example, on a Mercator chart, Greenland will appear as large as the continent of Africa. Whereas in real terms, Africa is 14 times greater than Greenland in size. When we draw a coastline on a Mercator chart, obviously it's going to appear as a straight line cutting through the meridians. So that would be typically a coastline there, and it appears simply as a straight line. Another word for this coastline would be a rhumb line, and that's spelt R-H-U-M-B. We would call that a rhumb line or a coastline. Now, to find out lots of information about a Mercator chart, I would strongly recommend that you either purchase or go to the library and seek out this booklet, Chart 5011, which is concerning symbols and abbreviations used on the Mercator charts. And if we look through, we have lots of information about the buoys on the charts, the lights, tracks and routes that you would take, offshore installations, rocks, wrecks, any obstructions. All this information is contained within this 5011. Nature of the seabed, right through, and at the beginning of the book you also have a picture of a chart, and then to the right of that lots of information explaining the various things on a chart. So with regards to the Mercator chart, definitely get hold of chart 5011, the booklet, and consult it for symbols and abbreviations on your Mercator chart. You will find that extremely useful. Very, very important that you study that to gain a good understanding of the Mercator chart.